and left Harmonious, and he stood under the trees and listened, for he heard something very sweet. At last he knew that it was the wind singing of its travel through the wide world, telling how it raced over the blue sea, tossing the waves and rocking the white ships, and hurried on to the hills, where the trees made harps of their branches, and then how it blew down into the valleys, where all the flowers danced gaily. Okay, so Harmonious was left behind and he was standing over there and he was trying to listen. And what did he listen? He listened to the experience of the wind, what she had when it was traveling through the blue sea, hitting the ships even. Okay, it was touching the ships which were sailing in the sea, and it also touched the hill mountains, it also touched the tree tops, and whenever that it is blowing through the trees are making different kinds of sounds. Okay, and when it passes through the flowers are also happily dancing. Okay, so children, here Harmonious, we can say, is a lover of nature, and he was trying to listen the different sounds made by the winds, the birds, etc. He recognized even the words of the wind, where the wind is appreciating the Lord and sharing the experience. Okay. Now what is the wind saying? Just listen. Nobody follows me where I go, over the mountains or valleys below. Nobody sees where the wild wind blows. Only the Father in heaven can know. So, what the wind is saying, that nobody knows where I am going. Okay, but only who knows? The God knows that I am going through the sea, I am going to the mountains, I am going to the wide forest, everywhere. Okay, that was the chorus of the wind's song. Harmonious listened until he knew the whole song from the beginning to end. And then he ran on and soon reached his friends, who were still talking of the grand sights that they were to see. So now he got the song. He got the song of the wind and he wants to share it with the friends. So he ran behind them. Okay, they were already gone. So he ran behind them and he went and he was trying to say them that what is the wind saying. But now what happened? These people were not at all ready to listen to him. Okay, they were all just talking and planning what they are going to see there in the king's castle. Okay. We shall see the king and speak to him, and said the oldest minstrel. Okay, what did the oldest minstrel say? The oldest minstrel says that we have to go to the king and we have to speak. Okay, to the king. And his golden crown and the queen's jewels, added the youngest. And Harmonious had no chance to tell of the wind's song, although he thought about it time and again. Now their path led them through the wood, and as they talked, Harmonious said, "Hush, listen." Okay, so now what happened? They were talking about as the oldest minstrel said that we have to see the king. So what the other person is saying? Okay, we have to see the king also, and his golden crown also, and the princess jewels also. Okay, and like that they were talking. So he was not getting any chance to talk to them. Okay, और जैसे जैसे वो लोग बातें करते जा रहे थे, they were passing through the wood. Wood means forest. Okay, and they were talking. And then again, Harmonious wanted to interrupt them, but what happened? They were not at all ready. And what did he say? Okay, now what are you trying to say? So he was trying to express कि मैंने क्या सुना वहाँ पर, but nobody was. They were least interested in his talk. Okay, but the others answered, "Oh, that is only the sound of the brook trickling over the stones. Let us make haste to the king's court." but Harmonious stayed to hear the song that the brook was singing of journeying through mosses and ferns and shady ways, and the tumbling over the rocks in shining waterfalls on its way to the sea. So one of them answered that, oh, it is nothing. What you are hearing, it is nothing. It is just the sound of the stream of water which is flowing through the rocks. Rocks के बीच में से एक जो stream है, brook means the stream of water. Okay, तो जो पास हो रही है उसी से उसकी आवाज़ आ रही है और कुछ नहीं है जो तुम उसे सोच रहे हो, उसके अलावा वो कुछ भी नहीं. Understood? But Harmonious stayed to hear the song, and again he waited that nahi, that I want to see, I want to listen the song. Okay, and what was the river? What was that brook? That brook was singing. It was sharing about his journey through the mosses and ferns. Mosses and ferns. Mosses are soft green or brown plants that grow in a layer on wet ground. Okay, and ferns are flowerless plants with leaves जिनके अंदर flowers नहीं होते, only leaves are there. They are called the ferns. So that water is also sharing that thing, that I am, what experience it faces when it passes through all these plants. Okay, rippling and bubbling through the shades and the sun, onto the beautiful sea I run, singing forever, though none be near, for God in heaven can always hear. So rippling and bubbling. Rippling means जो पानी में ripples आती हैं ना, हम कोई पत्थर मारते हैं, that rippling. Okay, and bubbling. Bubbling, all the sounds as it is traveling ना, water जैसे से आवाज़ through the shade and sun. Water is traveling through a lot of places. When river is flowing, it flows through dals, it flows through mountains, it flows through forest, everywhere, है ना. Onto the beautiful sea I run, and it ends in the sea. जाकर वो समुद्र में गिरती है. जो नदी जब बह करके पहुँचती तो में कहाँ जाती है? समुद्र में. And it is flowing over the sea also. Okay, singing forever, though none be near. Okay, then also I am singing, जबकि कोई भी उसके पास में नहीं है. For God in heaven can always hear. Okay, so what it is saying, that my God in heaven is always there with me, and he always hear what I am singing. Okay, sang the little brook. Harmonious listened until he knew every word of the song, and then he hurried on. When he reached the others, he found them still talking of the king and the queen, and so he could not tell them of the brook. As they talked, he heard something again that was wonderfully sweet, and he cried, "Listen, listen." Okay, but again he wants to share that, but the others were all busy talking about the king, the palace, everything. So he was not again able to share it. Okay, now as he moves further, there are different things which are all also coming in its way. Okay, but from that I will take on Monday. So I request you all to please go through this explanation for the time being, and the rest of the chapter I will finish on Monday. Fine.